Thank you, Mr. President. Good morning, colleagues and Nebraskans. Colleagues, if you are a lover of liberty, if you are a lover of free markets, supporting this bill is philosophically dumb. It's deeply stupid. It makes no sense. This is not the job of government to decide how workers of specific businesses are classified, period. And this is not a low-stakes bill to me either, because it represents an advancement and expansion of government that we should find totally unacceptable. The fact that we're this deep in a serious conversation going into like what's happening in Massachusetts, what's happening in economies in other places because of bills like this, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. It's not the job of government to set employment status in stone. It's between employers and employees. And that's what the status quo is right now. This bill is a gift wrapped in a bow with a little card on it from the legislature to corporations, and it's not the job of government to do things like that. It doesn't matter if the corporation is operating ethically or not. It's between employers and employees. It doesn't matter what economic impact it has on states like California and Massachusetts. Although it's interesting, although we can learn from those things, it doesn't matter. It's between employers and employees. There is a question of philosophical integrity that supporters of this bill have completely lost. And if you have promised a cloture vote to Senator Hallstrom, there's nothing wrong with going and letting him know that you've changed your mind. Bills like this are not the business of government. When you look at the text of the bill, all kinds of different businesses, any business you can think of, limited only by your imagination, is incented to abandon the traditional business organization with defined roles, employer-employee, capital and labor, in favor of a contractor model. Every industry. A roofing platform could have an app, and they could sign up contractors for a roofing business. And then the platform orders the supplies, they hire the contractors, they acquire the customers, they collect the payments, they retain fees and charges that they decide what those are, remits payment to the contractor. Then the contractor falls off a roof. Too bad. You're out of luck. That's the business model that the legislature has set in stone. Too bad. What about an escort platform for escorts online? The platform can advertise the services, they can book the clients, they can arrange the facilities, they can collect the payments, and then remit a payment to the escort. No muss, no fuss, easy. The list is only limited by your lack of imagination. This bill is just another example of many examples where the committee failed to understand the big picture. One thing that's interesting to me on page 13 of the bill, or page 12 of the bill, line 31, it excludes any kind of services that's booked by telephone, fax, in person at a retail location. So why is the bill treating taxi companies or any business that books rides by telephone differently from businesses that book rides online? Why is that the business of government to do? Who benefits from this? Are trucking companies that book loads online, are they being given an advantage over companies that book by telephone? Yes. Why should the legislature play favorites based on what technology is used to book business? Think seriously. Supporters of the bill, you support people, I'm punching again. Supporters of the bill support it because they support people being independent contractors instead of employees. That's fine. That's already existing. That is between the employer and the employee. It is not the job of government to do that. And the bill has a lot of problems in it. It's interesting, section B on page 13, it says the bill doesn't apply to a platform if there's a federal grant or tax credit that reimburses the employer's contribution to the state unemployment compensation fund. So soak the federal government when you can. The bill is fishy, it's poorly written, and it's not the job of government to interfere in the relationships between employers and employees, period. That's it. That's a position of political and philosophical integrity that if you are a lover of liberty, free markets, individual responsibility, the rights of employers and employees, the right to organize, That's where you should come down on this bill, and that's it. Thank you, Mr. President.